Awakening, Sleipnir Colt sat by his brother's feet as the deer herd came and went, caring for his needs. Firefly took to caring for Colt's leg. You know this is going to leave a nasty mark. Even with scar pastes as deep as it is, it ate into the nerves of your leg. There's a good chance you may have a limp. I know, Colt spoke low. Firefly just finished bandaging it up. Well, I thought I should tell you not to be expecting any miracles with that leg of yours. Nerve damage is not an easy repair. The poultice I put on your leg will draw out infection, help with the swelling, but this could still kill you, you know. You will need to stay off that leg for some time. That is not an option I have, Colt replied. Colt, many leaders have infirmities. You just need to not be so stubborn and show some weakness now and again. Not in the horse herd. That should be left to them to decide, don't you think? A stallion will not stay in an old herd, and we are so close to changing things. I can't take the risk. So stubborn, boy, have some faith. Your people know you are strong. I said no. Now leave me be. All right, but I warned you about that leg. To me, I'd rather have a limp than no leg at all. Colt gave no emotion. Just then, Sleipnir started to awaken as Colt grew closer to him. Who's here? It's me, Brother Colt. Anyone else? Firefly was just leaving. Firefly, we do not wish to be disturbed. And so she nodded and left. Now we are alone. Brother, is there any hope for my eyes to heal? Colt sucked in a breath. It doesn't seem to be the case. Sleipnir adjusted his head. I see, perhaps not the right words considering the circumstances. What's going on? Are we still in battle? No, it's done with. That is good. I wish to ask you something, brother. Yes, what is it? Am I off to look at? Colt looked to his brother. No more than you did when you first arrived. I'm being serious? I know you are. Colt, I don't think I can do this. Everything is gone. It's all just gone in color. I don't want my wife seeing me this way or my daughter. Your daughter's young. She will grow up knowing no different. As for your wife, she might find you more appealing. The wolves love their battle scars. My first battle and I lose. I wouldn't call it a loss. You saved us and in return defeated Threepwood. This victory is just as much yours and you're going to be an uncle again. What good can I be like this? I can't teach it to hunt, fish, or fight. Sleipnir, I promise you, I have great plans for you. I need you, brother, and I need you to be strong. Colt could see moisture on one side of Sleipnir's bandage growing as Sleipnir's voice began to whisper and shake. I can't. I feel so weak, so useless. Colt took his brother's arm, helping him sit up, putting his head to his brother's. Then take from me the strength you need. Take the will to fight, to win the next battle, brother. This fight is for you to win. You are not allowed to end your battle. Sleipnir grabbed Colt in his arms, fully embracing him, silently crying from his one clouded eye into Colt's jacket as Colt embraced him back. After a while, Colt knew he couldn't stay with Sleipnir. His own pain was growing, so he came to me, and he had his brother put on watch in case he tried anything. I had our hut warmed up as he came and laid on the bed as I crawled up to him, laying next to him. You managing okay? Better than to be expected, he replied. Did Sleipnir wake up? Yes, he's up and eating. He will be well enough soon. Good, I sighed with relief. He grabbed me closer as I covered us with a fur blanket. I had already made sure we weren't to be disturbed. The night came, as did Colt's body, shaking and sweating at the same time. I hoped I was giving him the right amount of antidote. But I called for Firefly secretly. She checked his wound. Stupid boy, walking on that stick of his. She looked down to the wound. I don't see any, but I can smell the green setting in this early on. It's going to be bad. We will have to cut his leg off for him to have a chance. You can't cut off his leg. There's no other choice, Vita. Every moment gives him less chance. Give me an hour. I need to talk to someone. Who would know more than me? I have a friend. She seemed amused. All right, 1 hour, that's it. Then I'm cutting. Thank you. I went to the doorway. I saw Alpha stalking close by. Alpha, come here, I demanded angrily. He strolled over. Easy, girl, what did I do to anger you? He smirked. I drew him in. Oh, that looks bad. Best chop the thing off. Oh, shut up, you too. Listen, I need you to do something for me. I can trust you to keep it quiet. You want me to do it? No, I calmed myself as I began to whisper. I need you to follow my instructions closely and fast. So I whispered to him what was needed. Doesn't sound like as much fun, but all right. And he was off. I was sitting, trying to count the minutes. It seemed forever, but I heard the murmurs. I only prayed that Alpha remembered to take him through the broken wall that was created by the deer herd in the attempt to go into the city and not the gate. And even that was a risk. I knew Alpha had come back with Jasper, shutting them up. Fewer people were up, it was late, and everyone needed the rest, but those who were up were quieted with his glare. He came in with Jasper, the mountain of a man. Jasper went right to Colt. "Do you have any ideas, Jasper?" "I'm no doctor." "I know, but they want to cut off his leg. Anything you say would be useful." "Have you tried the eaters?" "Eaters?" Jasper pulled from an open wound a maggot. "Eaters." "No, would that help?" "Doctor filled us full. It keeps rot down." Firefly drew closer to him, looking him over. "I've heard of that, but we have no clean maggots, especially in the winter." "I have some in my belly." "Won't that hurt you?" "I have no pain, it's all dead." Alpha smirking. "This I wish to see." Jasper took a knife from Alpha and cut into his belly, putting his hand in, pulling out a large handful of maggots. They were squirming everywhere. Jasper looked to Firefly as she nodded. He placed them in the open wound. "They will die quickly, because of the venom," Firefly whispered. "I have more." Jasper was blunt with her. Alpha sucked on his teeth. I'll stay outside the door. I'll send for his fathers for a herd and lion council meeting," he said in a way to get no suspicions up. As he was about to leave, I grabbed his hand, sharp nails and all. "Alpha, thank you." He held his place, and for the first time he showed a slight head bow, then slid from my hand and left. Later on, both fathers came to us. Marshall looked to Colt, touching his beaded sweat-drenched head, then looking to the leg. "Will that work?" "It's hard to tell. We can only hope." Firefly sighed. "My boy, has this world ever been easy on you?" Marshall put his hand on Colt's chest. As he fell to his knees in quiet tears, he began to rub Colt's hair. "Both my sons, my Colt, my—" He couldn't finish. Abera took to his shoulder, clearing his throat. "Colt is strong, so is your other boy, and I was bit and survived with less on my side. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them." Marshall looked up to Abera. "You know of the word?" "Very little is left of our books, but yes, we are of the believers. And what I know now is there are 6 of us here, which is more than it asks of us." Marshall managed out. "Then let our voices be heard tonight by the greatest one." We all took hands upon Colt. Firefly took from her pocket rosemary oil, dripping it upon Colt's body till the room was filled with the aroma, whispering, "Purge me with hyssop." Jasper looked at all of us. "I know not these words, but my tribe had no page, but a song was given to us to remember by a traveler. It, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen." We were all unfamiliar with it, but we all learned it as we said it over and over upon Colt's body. Our hands stayed through the night. By morning I had drifted off by his bedside. Marshall and Abera both still awake, still saying the words. Jasper was sitting in the corner, hunched over. I could see he had cut more places on his body. I looked to Firefly without saying a word. She pointed to the leg. "It's getting there. The new batch of maggots seem to be surviving." She stood from sitting to redress the wound. "We will keep these on for a few days. The bandage will be light, just enough to keep them from drying out or infection getting in." "His fever?" "He is slightly warm, that's to be expected. If it wasn't for Jasper over there, we would have probably lost him to taking his leg." Marshall stopped his singing. It was a gift from the greatest one. Not one of us could have saved him. Colt began to stir. "My son," Abera and Marshall almost said at the same time. Colt slightly turned his head. "What is all this?" "Son, you were with fever and nearly your leg gone. The greatest one saved you." Colt looked to me. "How long have you been like that?" I stood up. "As long as it took. Are you okay?" I whispered, very stiff. I straightened my back. Colt wanted to sit up. But both fathers were on him, holding him down. "No, you don't," Firefly hissed. "I have to go to the herd." "You will not. You are going to lay here until I say otherwise. I cannot be up every night tending to a dying stubborn mule, not to mention Jasper risked a lot of himself to save you." "Yes, listen to your stepmother." Colt whispered out, Really? Then with a roll of his eyes, he gave up fighting being held down. Abera smiled, trying to liven things up a bit. But then we all looked to Jasper. Jasper was still slouched over himself, so I went to him. Jasper? He had never really breathed before, but as I touched his cold skin, he was stiff. Jasper! He had passed away. Alpha came into the commotion. He lasted longer than I thought he would. What do you mean? I snapped. Alpha itched his head, then beard. He told me he could only leave the city for a shorter amount of time or his body would shut down. Why didn't you tell me? Don't be getting all flustered, cub. He told me not to say anything. Mind you, I don't listen well to begin with, but he was of a pack years ago. And once a part of a pack, always a part of a pack. That comes before you, Mare. And his daughter Celia's, well, I promise to see her as my own. She will be of the pack. I looked to him. He looked peaceful as Alpha looked to me. You want me to get a few to burn him? Firefly spoke up. Not just yet. We will need more maggots, possibly. He is not a farm, I whispered. Firefly's eyes softened. I know. For 3 days, we stayed in the tent. Henry was retrieved and kept in his own tent, which he was told why, and he understood the precautions. We kept people busy with tasks, but the whispers were beginning. Why are we not moving on to our families? Why is our leader not speaking to his people? If I were Stallion, etc., no one could go to the town, and that irritated the wolves the most that wanted to find things to take, but Alpha kept them in line. By day 3, we had no choice but to burn Jasper's body. At least he was able to share with us his song, Firefly whispered, holding to my shoulder as Alpha and Marshall dragged him off. Taking care of the duties themselves, Abera stayed to protect us if any riots were to begin, which was common after battles. Colt, doing better, was still in no shape to fight. Colt called for Marshall and the other leaders once more, and the Foam, the last leader, to find out about his wound. Though young, it didn't seem to affect her. She spoke soft as usual. Our people choose a new leader every 3 years. Many leaders have had ailments. We use the mind, not the body, so if the mind was sound, no one challenged for a replacement. Though I know of the horse herd, your tribe depends on strength to survive just as much as the mind. It is much harsher where you are from. Me not being from there, I have no reason to not see you as a leader. We talked to them all about Colt's plan of joining everyone and slowly started mentioning using animals for only their purpose and not as part of us. At this, Alpha was rumbling, wishing to talk, but he held his tongue as Abera was looking to him. Colt spoke while sitting on the bed. I knew you would disagree, Alpha. I wish you to know I understand your people were one of, if not the first, to fight back, and wolves became a huge part of that. This isn't meant to be forced on any leader or to separate their people, but you must know you are not part wolf yourself. Alpha cracked his neck uneasy. You say it's not forced, but in some ways, it is, sighed Alpha. Abera spoke out. And how is that? Alpha looked to the ground a moment, then looked to Abera in a stare. All the tribes have long lived separate marriages held every 10 years. Not everyone, especially females, wish to be a part of the wolves' pack. The horseherd's life is hard, but ours has more expectations that many cannot come to understand, so the bloodlines have watered down. If we do not change our ways, I fear in the coming 100 years, there will only be lone wolves left. I myself, a leader of a successful wolf pack, younger than some with many years I have left, cannot find a mate since my last mate died in the birth of my child. How old are you? Abera asked firmly. Alpha looked sharply. 468 full moons have I seen. Abera, apparently good with numbers, looked to him oddly. You're 39. You look nearly 50, man. Alpha looked to him. You're no spring flower yourself, Abera, he snapped as they were getting into a back and forth. Colt held up his hand. Everyone stopped. Nevertheless, what do you wish to do, Alpha? You know my answer. I plan on trying this life of yours, not promising I'll stay, not saying I'll go. My pack will do the same. Some may wish to go their own way, join a free pack or a loner. I won't stop them, but we keep our wolves as pets. He practically spat out the words. Abera looked to him. You should know that Colt shall be the leader of this. Alpha looked around the room. You must really think my mind is soft. Do you think I would follow any of you? Of course I knew it would be Colt. He's the only one that I'd say has a chance not to fumble it up. Colt looked to him. Thank you. I said a chance at not fumbling it, not that you wouldn't. I do plan on having those around me that can help with that. I was hoping you would be one of them. Alpha looked to him. How can I when my words wouldn't be my own? Colt looked to him. Some traditions will be kept, others shared, but those that tie us shall be broken for good. He threw Alpha's tooth necklace at him as Alpha caught it. Clearly Firefly had given it to Colt at some point. Then it shall be of great pride I take the position. Good. What about you, Firefly? What for your people? Many do not have families, nothing to tie them, but some may wish to stay in the trees, for that's all they know, and have made their life within the trees. I never wish to be leader. The one that is said to be leader left. I have married, so I've had much thought on this. My place is with Abera, and our child shall grow under your ruling, but as for my people, it will be up to them. I expected as much, thank you. I only hope I will be honorable enough to complete this endeavor, so the children can know peace.